247 Oklahoma Baptist University graduates celebrated their completion to years of studies in Raleigh Chapel. Dr. Timothy Russell was one of many speakers to address the graduates at the ceremony.
Father, this truly is a day of celebration of accomplishment. When these young people came to this campus years ago, they came looking forward to this day.
While we honor our graduates, we also want to pay tribute to those special people who have supported, encouraged, and prayed for these students through their educational pilgrimage.
I've always known that our class possessed a certain uniqueness. Our class is different. And I know, and I don't have a doubt in my mind, that we'll make a difference. President Parrish, as the president of this class, it is the greatest honor that I present to you, the class of 2008.
Dr. John McWilliams, OBU's Assistant Professor of Natural Science, gave a unique commencement speech that most will never forget.
I want you to send your brain back 4 years. Not literally. Sarah Caldwell, put your head back. Go back 4 years, and if we can, let's take a little bit of different perspective on what your OBU life has been like here. I know some of you may have taken more than 4 years, but we'll just average it off in 4 years. See if that works. Seriously though, I know some of you, as soon as you got here, and this, it breaks my heart when things like this happen, but you come to college, your life is all put together, and then all of a sudden, even the first week for some of you, things just tend to come down on you, and what once was something that you thought was all put together just the way you wanted it to be, everything's in pieces now, and you've got choices immediately as to which way to go. And those are hard sometimes, and what makes it even worse is that when you make a decision sometimes on those things that you need to do, you try to go on with your life, and I have no explanation for this, but I've noticed that sometimes those things the problems keep coming, and you're asking God why He would allow things to happen to you first of all, and then you pray like the psalmist that He would stop things from happening to you, but trials and temptations just keep on coming. We trust Him to be sovereign, and after that, we just trust Him to know what He's doing in our lives. Sometimes a lot of the shaping that happens when God is trying to do something with you comes down to the fact that He's just trying to get rid of some things in your life that may be a distraction or something that's keeping you from being the best that you're supposed to be. We may not realize it when He's trying to do it, but a lot of those little sins and bad habits that we bring to the table sometimes, God tries to get rid of those because in His plan, those don't exactly fit in with the type of design that He sees as a master sculpture in your life. And I think sometimes we miss that because life, those little pressures, start building up. And that kind of hypnotizes us into thinking that we're in our own little world and God isn't working with us anymore. And then, to make it worse, you have to take college courses and actually do work, writing papers and things like that. Going to science labs, and I don't even want to do science when I get older. But even on those days, I think God uses most of the time, not the big incidents, not the big things, where He shapes you in mighty ways, but it's those little day-by-day things where it's a bit boring. And life seems to be going in circles. And that old daily grind kicks in. Sorry, I don't have a pun for this, but here you go. This could really be a memorable commencement if I cut my thumb off. Ephesians 2:10, tells us that we are God's workmanship. From the very beginning, Psalms tells us that He was knitting us together, and not just stopping then, but after we're born, He takes you all the way through college, It was His design for you to be at OBU. He has designs for you from here on out, because in Philippians 1:6, He continues and tells us that He won't quit working with you until He's actually finished working with you. And that's going to happen all your life. So if you take nothing else from this, just remember, and my prayer for you as OBU graduates is that God actually can make a tool from you, that He can use for His purposes for the rest of eternity. So live long and prosper, class of 2008.
Congratulations to OBU's Spring 2008 graduating class. Reporting for Newstar.com, I'm Brandy Brackett.